Do you have some problems with the web client with Business Central 19? And did you thought that Microsoft is not listening about it? Guess what? There are certain enhancements on the web client around the usability of the web client with 2022 release wave 1. And in this video, we're going to talk about those specific enhancement on the usability side that Microsoft have done. So welcome all to the next video on what's new in 2022 release wave 1. And today we'll be talking about what improvements Microsoft have done on the web client itself. So let's start understanding them one by one. So as there talks about that this is not working the way it's expected, and there are ideas submitted on Microsoft website to kind of enhance those particular areas. Microsoft keeps a very good note about it and do those enhancements. So the first enhancement of the usability enhancement is on the navigation area. So if you notice in Business Central, if I'm not wrong, in Business Central 19 or 18, Microsoft did add a feature called peek preview of entities. So when you are on a list page, you want to just get some insights about that particular master entity, you can just hover over it and it'll show you some basic details of that entity. But there was a catch around it that it used to only work on those entities where there was a card page associated with it. Not wrong, but it was not working when there was a certain pages where it was not available. So let's get into the product and start looking at it. So what I'll do first is I'll go into Business Central 19. It says Business Central 19 environment. And if I go into, let's say, a page which does not have an associated list page with it, it is just an editable page. Let's say item charges, I guess. This is a page where there is this editable list available. And if I'm looking at the item charges somewhere else, let's say I'm on here, item, and sorry, that's not the right example. If I'm on sales orders and I want to get the info about this customer, which have a list page associated, if I hover over it and click on it, it shows me a peek preview of that record without navigating my page to there. But if I am adding an item charge here, okay, done, and then I open it into the view mode, for that matter, it will just show me this because there is this info. And in this case, it will show me the whole detail. And maybe the item charge was not the right example for it. Maybe I need to find something else. But the whole idea was that when you navigate to the entities where the card or the document page is not present, the peek preview feature is not showing anything else, right? So what changed on this perspective here? Let's open the Business Central 20 and understand same behavior. If I go into sales order now, it'll work as it is, as it used to, show me the details about this. But if I go here and add and charge item and choose a charge item from here, okay, and then go into the view mode, this time it should show me an option to open the full list if that helps you. So I can get more insights without kind of, which was only limited to the pages where there was a card page associated earlier or a document page associated. If that's the case where the table does not have an associated card page, it'll show me the basic details here, but then you can also open the full list option, which will take you to the relevant list. So you don't have to actually go, which you used to have to do in Business Central 19 version, as we were seeing here, that it'll show you only an option to kind of show this, and you can't move from anywhere here. So if you have to see the details, you actually will have to open the charge item page and get the detail of this charge item. Whereas in Business Central 20, will show you the detail, what is available, and other than that, if you have to navigate, you can open the full list here. Okay, as we are on the sales order page, this is the right time to talk about the next feature, and let's see if you notice it. When I'm on Business Central 19, this is my Business Central 19, and if I'm on edit mode while I'm working on the sales order, I collapse this page, and expand this page. It's a normal navigation here. Now let's see if we find out what the changes happened on this page. So when I collapse this and collapse this, it will actually, if you notice, when I open this any tab, it'll pop up this next tab a little bit up automatically so that you can at least see the headings of it. Because it's already on the zoomed mode, you can't see that. So let me zoom out and let me expand it here. So it'll automatically keep the focus on the next tab that you are opening so that you can actually see the details of that particular tab. So if I'm here and I'm zooming this on, the cursor or the page automatically shift towards up, scrolls up or scrolls down based on what I'm doing. Whereas in Business Central 19 or the previous versions, you actually have to use this bar to kind of navigate bar up and down on these tabs. So let's see it again on the older version. You still, now you can't see what's next here. You'll have to go down and then click on this. So it used to come up, but it doesn't used to kind of bring it into the focus as it's happening, which kind of enhanced in the Business Central 2022 release wave 1, where when the fast tab expands, the page automatically scrolls up so the next fast tab captions are visible so that it's easier to kind of navigate there rather than getting stuck on that and then using this bar to kind of navigate to the rest of the page. Okay, what's next? Next is super cool, which is one of the most talked feature about is the data entry thing. Again, I'm on sales order, maybe on the right page, maybe at the same time. When I'm here on this page, and if I try to enter, let's say, a fixed text, which is now called as comment, text comment, even there is a table relation on the description page, the behavior of all these three different lines will be similar. And I click on it and say we have nothing to look up here. And I click on this and say I have nothing to look up here. And the similar lines, and I click on the comment line, it says we have nothing to look up here. As in for the comment line, it makes sense because it's a fixed text. But these actually have a table relation and should be able to navigate me or show me the lookup value for these two fields, which is not happening on Business Central 19. But when you go to Business Central 20 and have a similar experience on your lines page with a comment attached, it says demo comment. Okay, the system now understand which is a lookup value and which is a free text. Like this, there is nothing to look up. But when I'm on charge item, it show me the charge item and understand the table relation and distinguish between what kind of field it is and is there a lookup available for that field or not. So that's a small improvement in data entry, which makes your life easier if you want to get more insight on that description field and understanding of the table relation on the client itself. The next one is super cool and especially for the users who type fast like me. So let's say I'm on the sales order page, and again, maybe you can try it. You should try it out on other screens, but because I'm here, let's understand it. So let's see if I'm a very quick type guy, as in I type super fast. I want to make sure that I assign the location east, and at the same time, I'm trying to change the quantity to 2. So can I quickly do that? Like, can I say E and then 2? No, it'll stuck here and not kind of accept my next input, which is okay. Seems logical to a nav or a business central new user that yes, system need to validate this and then I can navigate to the next field, which is not true with business central 20. If you are here, let me remove this. Okay. If I try to do a E and 2, sorry, if I try to do E and 2, it will let the compiler do the compilation of the changes that I have made, but will not stop me. And even if there is a pop-up, for that matter, if I remove the location and do, if there is a pop-up of a confirmation of that's what's happening while I'm typing something, it will respect that to the next field. So when my message dialog is interrupting your typing for the next field, the characters that you have entered for the next field will no longer be discarded. The value that you are entering will be retained in the buffer and will be automatically keyed in once the validation of that field is done. So I'm typing east and then I have already typed 2. Oh, maybe I'm doing it wrong this time. But I've tested it out, guys. Believe me, you will have to test it out while you're working on your system, but the system will remember what you're trying to do and will always keep that value in buffer and start behaving. And let me try one more time. Maybe I have success this time. So let's look up the item here, choose an item, remember it, and then the focus automatically moves to my this key and then this. So it's kind of happening at the same time while I'm typing, and it's kind of doing its checks and balances behind the scene, which is super cool for the user who types a little bit faster than others. Okay, what are the other enhancement? The other ones are generally on the look and feel. So like if you are on, I should go out of sales order, but if you are on a page, Microsoft made minor visual updates on specific icons that are visible on your screen. So like when you click on this, you will see a different icons for view, edit and delete. If you are on a list page, let's say on item charges, you will see the same, and then you also see a select more. You don't have to kind of using the control, then select more, and then see this icon. You can just do a select more, and enable that multi-selection window, and you can easily select it. So those kind of enhancement are available with Business Center 2022 release wave 1. And that's more or less about this video about the usability enhancement that Microsoft have done with 2022 release wave 1. Some part of my demo didn't work the way I expected it, but I'm pretty sure I have tried it out. And once you will try it out, you'll understand what I was trying to say about the expanding of those tabs or moving that page automatically up while you're working on it, or retaining that values when a message interrupts you while you're trying to type a value. You'll start seeing those changes when you start working on the system. So I'll give a thumbs up to Microsoft on making these changes on the web client, because that makes life easier for our customers who operate on these screens throughout the day. So that's all for today's video. I'll see you next time on another enhancement on 2022 release wave 1. Thank you and goodbye.